Hey, hey. I hope you guys are having a great Monday. Let me know below how your day was and what you did this weekend. Did you celebrate Easter? And if so, how did you celebrate? Um, Tonight, we're going to talk about following your intuition, even if you think you can't hear it. But first, I want to let you know if you want to get notified when I go live, make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel because they're much better at timely notifications than Facebook. Link is below in or above, whatever, above in the description. If you would rather read what I'm about to talk about, I wrote a blog post. It just went live. That is also in the description. So, how to follow your intuition even if you think you can't hear it. First of all, why is that even important? Um, yeah, according to heysigmund.com, there have been several studies, but one in particular they um, talked about how they did this experiment um, with cards and anyways, Google it if you would like. The basis is what happened was the participants' intuitive brain knew significantly earlier than their analytical brain what was going on with the two different decks of cards and intuitively knew which deck was rigged and which deck was just like a regular deck, which one had the better outcome before they actually even had an inkling of what was going on consciously. It said that their hands started to sweat when they were dealing with the rigged deck significantly before they started to actually consciously recognize it. So basically what that means is that your brain is taking in signs and signals from all around the environment, from inside of your body, from outside of your body. And if you can tune in to your intuition, it can help you to make the right decision, um, and make it a lot easier for you. But how do we do that? For a long, long time, it was really hard for me to listen to my gut. You always hear that. And I would try to do it because, everybody tells you to do that. But I would just, I would always feel anxious and I couldn't, I couldn't hear what my gut was trying to tell me. I would just, feel these negative thoughts. Come to find out it's anxiety. Um, but through work from working through some of that anxiety, I started to learn how to tune into my intuition. So, um, a really good example of that is when we started talking about moving to Georgia. And it was hard because we didn't have jobs lined up and we knew that I was going to be 7 to 8 months pregnant when we moved. And we knew that the housing market was crazy and it's gotten even crazier since then. Um, but we were talking about it. So what I did, and my tip to you is to listen to your body. So when we were talking over that decision, um when I thought about staying in Florida, I felt physically ill. Or even when I thought about waiting until after Eli was born, I felt physically ill. Um, but when I was, I was like, well, is this just anxiety? Um, but when I flipped that decision and made like the conscious agreement in my mind that, okay, well, we're going to move then. I felt peace. Even though there were so many factors that were up in the air, I still felt peace at the idea of moving rather than staying. And that's how I knew that it was the right choice. That was my intuition saying, yes, you need to go. And honestly, it has been such a great decision for us. Things have not been perfect by any means. Um, but even with all of the things that we have struggled with, I have felt at peace being in Georgia, um, instead of staying in Florida. And there's nothing wrong with Florida. We enjoyed being in Florida. We had great friends that we left there. Our families, a lot of them are still there and we miss them. But the day to day has brought us so much peace being here. And it's hard to really explain it, but that was our intuition just telling us we need to go. We felt peace when we made that conscious decision versus feeling very I guess negative when we made the decision to conscious decision, agreement in our minds to stay in Florida. So if you are faced with a big decision, um try it out. See, well, what happens if I make the agreement one way, um and journal that. That would be very helpful. Get still, get quiet, really listen into your body and to yourself. And where do you feel those feelings? For me, like I said, I felt physically ill. I felt that in my stomach, I felt it in my chest, I felt it in my throat. um and then flip it once you get excuse me, once you get those feelings from one side of the decision, flip it, and then see what you feel making that opposite agreement in your mind. And like I said, journal it out, and then you can really clearly see what your intuition is trying to tell you. And I want to tell you, if you need some more support around that, if you want to um, talk it out, I have a free community. The link is in the description as well. And you are welcome to join us and to post in there and say, hey, I'm struggling with this choice. Can we talk it out? There's also extra trainings in there that I don't do on my Facebook profile. So I would love to have you join. That's all I have for you tonight. I hope you guys have an amazing night, and I will see you later.